I'm bored. So I continued to play Tekkit. Now, it's time for a bit of a confession. I haven't played Tekkit for a while. I may have taken a bit of a break. I think I may have taken a few weeks off. Anyway, so because I've taken a couple weeks off, I have completely forgotten what I was working towards. I know I was working towards a mega fortress, but I haven't taken any notes. So I have no idea what I've done so far. Anyway, back to the episode. So I got in and tried to remember what I was working on. I had a quick look around the quarry, but I didn't ring any bells. Then I had a look at the chest, it was in there, nothing of interest. So I went to check out the village. Oh, the torches are working. Cool. I got some sleep in game and then went to work. Shit, creeper! I'm still shit at combat. I need more torches. So, I went and had a wee look at the power shed. Shit, the coal's coming out. How do I fix this? Add another pipe? So I added another pipe to the condenser. After that was sorted, I gathered the loose coal and dumped it in the condenser. Obviously, it was going spare. It was overflow. Ooh, more torches are already being made. So I placed the torches all around the village. Can't have any more creepers. So, with the village safe, I thought it was about time to start improving the energy collectors. Look, I know what you're saying. You already have an infinite EMC generator feeding infinite amount of EMC into the coal condenser. Why do you need any more energy going into that thing? What do you have planned? In all honesty, I have nothing planned. I didn't want to waste time looking through the old notes because I don't have them. I didn't want to do watch mode videos because believe it or not, I didn't want to die. So instead, I just started working on the first thing that I saw was not perfect, and that was the energy connectors for the condenser. So, yeah, I got to it. I got the one that was on top of the coal condenser and condensed it in the scrap condenser, made some more, then set them up. Then I realized, oh wait, the massageator. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put that somewhere sensible. For example, not in the fucking power shed. So I did what any sane individual would do. I took the macerator and the electric furnace and shoved it in the blacksmith. Now, the only issue, yes, there's only one. Probably not, we'll probably find out more later. But the main issue I saw, I don't have any wires going there. So I went to make some more. After multiple fails. It's been a while. Shut up. I made some cables and then wired the macerator and the electric furnace to the power shed. Well, okay, well, not really. I didn't make enough. You know, I'm not known, as you can probably tell, I'm not known for my foresight or my hindsight. So I did what any sane person would do, and I started to dig kind of path for the wire, and then realised I didn't have enough wire. It is really shit, I'm not gonna lie. It's really bad. It's horrendous. So I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. I should really get someone to put a comment of everything I say I'm gonna do at the end of each video. I really need to start earning some money from this. Anyway, where was I? Cables. But anyway, went to make some more cables. And I thought, we could just condense some more. Shit, scanning! Oh, and I also discovered that I hadn't lit up the village that well. Because what I thought was one scary was actually 3. Yeah. I think 2 of them killed each other, and I killed 1. Like, I don't like fighting in this game. It's not for me. So, once all the scaries was sorted with, I put some wires in the condenser, and then switched up for rubber. But then found out it didn't work. Well, it did work, but the condensed wires couldn't be used to make anything. So I was left with open cables. I'm sure that will be fine, and that will never come to bite me in the ass at all. Look, I know this is a bit of a glitch. I don't remember what version I'm playing on because I don't care enough. But I know in this version I can't condense cables or rubber wires with cable over them because they only come out as cables. But I thought I could get around that by condensing the broken down version and then putting them together afterwards. I was wrong. But with the copper wires I made, I put it all together, all wired up. The shed was wired up, not only the quarry and the infinite EMC generators, but also the blacksmith. So we now had a macerator we had access to, which is great. Apart from the fact we didn't have any energy. There wasn't enough power to be split between the quarry. Like, I don't even know anymore. Like a quarry, a couple compressors, and then a macerator and an electric furnace, with only a couple of those things being used when I checked. So I did what any sane person would do. I made a shitload of generators. By shitload, I mean 7. Just to make that clear. Unfortunately, I did discover I couldn't condense generators, which is probably a good thing. So I actually had to craft them. Yeah, imagine having shaft in Minecraft. But I put them all together and went to plug them in. I bet those in the front are asking, wait, wouldn't that just break the pipe system and cause coal to be shot everywhere? Yes, and shut up. Being a smartass will not get you any bonuses from me. Until I'm desperate. Shut up. So I made small pipes because apparently they can't be condensed either. Wow, this plan to make it I can just condense anything to make a big massive fortress is kind of backfiring. Anyway, with additional pipes, I was able to get the spare coal back into this scrap condenser. I think I'm gonna have to start naming all this shit. Anyway, doesn't matter. The pipes are stopping the coal being shot everywhere. But it looks like shit, and that thing is ugly. But anyway, with all the new generators put in and all piped up, the generators are spitting out plenty of energy. Do we split it between the blacksmiths, the quarry, and everything down there? And I think there's a couple of machines in the power shed. We need to check that. Not for future me. Check it. Yeah, that would totally be followed up on. So, without that was sorted, I was like, what do I do now? I was like 30 minutes into my session. I'm like, oh, this is... What am I supposed to do now? So I went for a wee wander. I went down to a quarry and saw the sorting system. And that's when I saw some gold going along the pipe. I'm like, ooh, some gold. And then realised I hadn't set it up. So I edited the sorting system to allow, you know, more ore going to the ore chest. See, I'm smart like that sometimes, but that made me realise this chest is full of ore and nothing's happening with them. And the question came to mind was, what can I do with these? I should macerate these, but unfortunately I only have the one macerator and I can't condense them. So I need to make some more. Maybe a room full. Oh, I can make a whole processing room. But I'm gonna be honest, I could not be bothered. The idea of digging out another room just sounded kind of tedious. I couldn't be bothered. I had like what, a stone pick. So I did what all good people my age do. I procrastinated. So, dark matter? So I needed the fuel for the dark matter. I forgot what it's called, it's some kind of fuel stuff. So, just grabbed some coal from the condenser, used the philosopher's stone to get everything I needed. And then I shoveled that final fuel thing into the condenser. Look, by putting the condenser, I just sped run so much crafting. And I was done in no time. And then I took the fuel, put in it like a diamond or diamond block, I don't remember, and had a dark matter. It was awesome. And with the dark matter, I did what any sane person would do with it. I shoved it in the condenser and waited. But I had finally found the flaw I was looking for in the condenser. Okay, I say condenser, it's more like the system I built around it. The coal keeps on going in the first available slot, which is often before all the high EMC stuff, because obviously the high EMC eats all of the coal and stuff and leaves a big open gap for new coal to get in. So it can be a while since the high EMC stuff can get eaten by the condenser. So the final few thingamabob wasn't really touched. Anyway, now that I have dark matter, time to make some tools. With all the tools ready, I remembered I need a battery. So I started making a star. But not just any star, the best one available. So I started to scale up. I would make one star, then condense it 3 different times, and then turn them into the next level, and then would condense that one 3 more times, to then put them all together to make the next one. And I repeated it, and repeated it, until I got the best one. Okay, not really. I got to the via whatever this one is, and got bored. So I started filling up one of the vias, but I realized I didn't have any antimatter relays. I mean, I should have some of them. They're pretty good at making it easier to get more energy into the condenser. But for some reason I didn't have one. But not for long! I was able to build one pretty cheap once we get black matter. So yeah, I made a big whoop. Got it, hooked up some of the energy collectors, and started charging the battery, the Klein Star, the one I have. Oh god, I'm not good with languages. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest, it was very slow. Like, fuck, it was bad. It was not good. So I thought, how can I make this faster? Oh, I know, get some Mark II collectors. And just fill them near the entire thing. So I did that. I built a Mark II collector, and then I condensed it. But it was taking some time. Again, high EMC stuff, it takes a while to make. Like, I'm using coal to make these, and it's like, I'm probably getting less coal than I was before this session, because I think I like maybe doubled my energy generation. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I got bored. So I attached the Mark II collector to the relay. Well, the first one anyway. And that's when I had a realization I should have made ages ago. And it was, I can make a second relay. And the second relay would be better than the first one, I think. Because I don't know. I don't know the differences. Because I am not that much of a nerd. So I made the second one. And set up. By the time I built the second one, I had enough Mark II collectors. And it was great. It still took fucking forever to charge it. It was so slow. It was so fucking slow. So I did what any sane person would do in this situation. I went and checked the condenser, saw nothing was happening with making the other vias or vies or however you pronounce it. I'm so sorry, whatever language I am offending. I think there's like one or two that I needed 4, and we were a long way off getting the next one. So I left. I went for a walk. And about 2 seconds into the walk, I realised something very important. It's 6 in the morning! So I ended the session and I went to bed. If this is underwhelming, too bad.